Frogs win, and what a win it was! I told you. What did I tell you? The Frogs are for real this week. Frogs beat North Carolina 48-14, ruin ESPN's night, ruin Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson's night. The oh-so-lauded debut in college football for Bill Belichick. It is all Frogs, and we're going to talk all about it. Hopefully field some of your calls. There is a season to be excited about. First drive notwithstanding. So, before we get into any of that, though, you know who it is. It's me, Clint Foster, here for TCU Live post-game show. First one of the season, 7th one overall. Hey, we're turning this into a thing. Please, 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 please help me out here and show. You got both of the channels right down there at Big 12 VOCFB. That's the main channel. If you're watching there, love you. Welcome back. And at TCU VOCFB, the home of all of these post-game reaction videos. Just me and y'all tonight, baby, but we're going to talk about it. It is so much fun. You know, all these people, hey, it's a school night. It's a work night. Hey, it's a Frogs victory night. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. We're going to break it down. So subscribe, find TCU Postgame Live and the Biggest 12, wherever you find your podcasts, Apple, Amazon, you name it, Spotify, we're there. All right, check out Voice of College Football on social media, Instagram, Twitter, all of the places for great discussion, and follow me at Clint_Foster55 on Twitter. I was breaking this thing down from an airplane. Okay, that's where I was watching the game tonight. Just got home and I'm doing this show for y'all. And of course, my personal YouTube channel at Clint Foster Creations. Making a change this year. I'm not planning to do TCU fans videos this year, but I am hoping my schedule will allow me to replace those exclusively with whole Big 12 reaction videos. So hopefully that'll please the masses a lot. But anyway, one more thing that I do have to tell you about, the Voice of College Football store. Let me share that on the screen right now. Coming up. Word is in the grapevine that in short order, we're going to have Biggest 12 and other Clint Foster associated accoutrement for you to purchase. Right now, it's just that classic, beautiful VOCFB logo. Come on, baby, get on over to the store and buy something. And you can use our promo code. That's how you're going to know that my show is the best show that sends you to the store. Okay, so subscribe. That's the main thing you can do. Help me build this thing. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, particularly on the Big 12 channel. Let's make it happen. If you're watching on one or the other, pop over to the other and subscribe there as well. I do have a call-in link in the chat. Okay, so if you've got something to say about this Frogs victory, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to put you on, but I probably will. Okay, so I'll probably put you on. So go ahead and click that link, and that'll put you into the waiting room here in StreamYard, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so that's all of the business out of the way for now. Okay, let's talk about this beautiful game that we witnessed, and I really want to talk first and foremost, because there's so much to break down. I want to talk first about TCU's secret weapon this season. Okay, the new Hypnotoad, frankly. All right, because we all saw that first drive on offense and that first drive on defense. I was, if you were like me, I was very much in my feelings after that first drive. I was like, here we freaking go again. This season's going to be terrible, and I can't believe I waited a year for this. And oh my God, fire everyone. You know, the typical overreaction drama, right? That I'm sure all of you were feeling as well. And then something magical happened, okay? An incomprehensibly bad State Farm commercial came on where Meghan Trainor was in the Chiefs locker training room. I don't know, hanging out with Jake from State Farm and Patrick Mahomes. And anyway, Meghan Trainor was there. No sooner than Meghan Trainor leaves my screen, the Frogs rattle off 41 unanswered points. What? And hold North Carolina's defense to 26 total yards until the end of the third quarter. I'm sorry, what? Meghan Trainor is the X factor this season. I want to see Meghan Trainor on the Jumbotron at Amon Carter Stadium. I want to see that commercial every away game, each quarter. The Megan Trainor factor is real, and I'm banging the drum on this thing, okay? We don't have Mark Cohen to give us these niche stats anymore, so allow me to be your guy. The Frogs are undefeated and amazing following commercials featuring Megan Trainor. We are all about that base this year and every year. Even if Megan Trainor's not necessarily all about that base anymore, we absolutely are here in Fort Worth. Okay. And we're gonna ride this train all the way to the Natty. Okay. That's what I'm saying here. And I am prepared to amend my preseason prediction. It's gonna be Texas Tech and TCU in Arlington. Baylor has not impressed me. Okay, we'll talk more about that on Tuesday. We'll talk more about that tomorrow with Brownie in the house and the whole Big 12 crew. But TCU Tech, book it for Arlington. Go ahead and buy your tickets now. All right, and it's going to be a beautiful thing since they're denying us the saddle, so we're going to have to play for all the marbles in Arlington. But yeah, the Megan Trainor factor is real. All right, believe in it. And here's the other thing that you need to believe in: that Josh Hoover is the best quarterback in the state of Texas. Yes, I said it. Everybody was hyping up the wrong Texas quarterback for Heisman hype offseason. We knew, right? All of us in Fort Worth, we knew what we had. Tennessee knew what we had, right? They were trying to pay him $3 million to come turn coat and run. Wrong UT apparently was trying to recruit him. That's all I'm going to say. If you watch that Ohio State-Texas game, a thing of beauty, right? Josh Hoover was dropping dimes in that game. He was leading that offense confidently, threading the needle. So many gorgeous passes to Jordan Dwyer. And, of course, we could talk about Jordan Dwyer and the great impact that he's already on this offense. When you got Eric McAllister locked down on one end, you've still got Jordan Dwyer to do, and all of these other deep receiver room that we've talked about in this offseason. I don't know who's going to stop this offense, man, because you got Hoover doing Hoover things, right? And being the general of this offense and throwing amazing passes and making good decisions, even outside the pocket, making some pretty good decisions for the most part. But then here's the other thing. We've got a run game now. Holy crap, do we have a running game now? The offensive line opening up holes. Kavorian Barnes, you beautiful, majestic musk ox. I cannot even believe how thrilled I am. Listen, outside of Josh Hoover, that's new favorite player on the team. All right, Kavorian Barnes. Wherever you are, I love you. Come on the show. Run through me like a brick wall. We'll do whatever it takes. All right, this man is the real deal. And you also saw the pain train leaving the station and Trent Battle. I mean, my goodness. Who is going to stop this offense, right? We know what Josh Hoover can do with no running game. And now all of a sudden you have that added dimension to the offense. It's a whole new ball game. Oh, we got some comments coming in. Wonderful. Brownie's in the house. Okay. What does Bill B, Skip Bayless, Feinbaum, and my local meteorologist have in common? They don't know ball. That's for sure. But we'll see what you had to say, Brownie. They're all the worst of their jobs, but somehow still employed. Yeah, it's amazing. And here he is. Yeah, I was waiting for you, Dishfish. Yes. Do you believe now, buddy? Are you a believer now? This man saying we were going to lose 13-10 to North Carolina. I remember. I keep receipts. Okay, Dishfish. That offensive line, it took the steps we needed it to take. All right. It was looking so good. So good out there. I am so pleased with the physicality and the running game and the offensive line opening up holes and, I mean, handling the blitz very, very well. North Carolina was completely lost for so much of that game. And, I mean, frankly, a big thing that wasn't getting talked about, I feel like enough on that broadcast. You know, they were making every excuse in the book for Bill Belichick in North Carolina. And, I mean, you wouldn't even know for most of the game that TCU was even playing in it, right? North Carolina was just out there, and it was just going to be a coronation ceremony. And, oh, yeah, there's another team. What? But you can't – I don't know how many times I have said this on the Biggest 12 with Brownie sitting, you know, right next to me here on the screen. You can't just plug and play in college football. If they said it once, they must have said it 30 times. Oh, North Carolina's turned over its whole roster. They've got 70 new players. I'm like, well, there's your problem. You're not just going to win a ball game, especially a ball game where you're down early, right? Where somebody's punching you in the mouth. These guys, who are the leaders on this team, right? Where's the camaraderie on this team? These guys don't know each other. They haven't played together, right? And not to mention, it seems pretty obvious that they picked the wrong quarterback to start the game, obviously, because after, what's his name? The kid, with a bionic, hold on, man. let me get it back up here. Johnson, right? Whenever Johnson came into the game, it was a whole different deal. Of course, by the time Max Johnson was in, it was over. And I mean, we might have had the backups in, honestly. It was kind of a blur at this point. But anyway, there was a lot of issues for North Carolina. And I, the question I'm sure on a lot of y'all's minds, it was getting passed around in the group chat. All right. Is TCU back? Are we good? Or is North Carolina just that bad? And that's a fair question. That's a totally fair question because, I mean, we were eviscerating them for the vast majority of that football game. But here is my purple color glasses optimistic message to you, right? We were executing. This is also speaking as someone who is, a middle school football coach, right? But still a football coach. When your guys are executing like that at a high level, that is an extremely good sign. Think back to last season. Think back to UCF. Think back to Houston. Think back to SMU. All of these disappointing losses, horrible performances. The Frogs couldn't execute against teams they were supposed to beat, right? Gary Patterson used to always say, hey, you do what you're supposed to do in the games you're supposed to win. The big games take care of themselves. Well, we weren't doing that last year, right? But regardless of how good or bad North Carolina is, the Frogs were playing their game, and they were playing it very, very freaking well on both sides of the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage. That is all I need to freaking see. If people can overreact about Tech, to butt against Arkansas freaking Pine Bluff, then there ain't nothing wrong with us saying we should be extremely encouraged about TCU going on the road to North Carolina. Chapel Hill's not been this excited about a football game in friggin' 30 years, right? And the Frogs went out there and make a statement. I literally do not know how you cannot believe in this team now, right? This was a statement win in every sense of the word. Frogs have all of the tools to take on this very, very tough schedule that I've been telling y'all about. It's like I said, I know TCU is going to be better this year. I know TCU is going to be good. They got a tough schedule. Will they be able to take it on? We got our first big indicator right here. Next one's going to come against SMU. How you perform against SMU at home when SMU absolutely blew you out last year, that's going to be another big indicator. And that's followed by Arizona State. Every week is a prove it week, but this is a team that can prove it. And I believe it's a team that will prove it. Hey, listen, y'all, I'm going to keep reading the scar on Max Johnson. Yes, that was intense. I'm going to keep reading these comments as much as I can, but y'all call into the show. Come on, Brownie, especially you. Man, you're always welcome in the show. You're not going to be wearing purple, I know that, but you're a fan of the real LT. That's all that matters, okay? You're always welcome on the show. Let's see. What do you got, Morgan? I hope UNC is terrible because Clemson's got to play them in week 5. Well, so I don't think Clemson has a whole heck of a lot to worry about in the ACC. I mean, it's kind of okay. Sometimes playing in the ACC, being the ACC champion, is kind of like being the tallest midget, right? I don't know if that's an appropriate thing for me to say, but if SMU in year 1 can go straight to the ACC title game and barely lose to Clemson and then get absolutely blown up by Penn State, I mean, come on, right? Come on. I don't think the ACC is for real, just as a conference. I think it was very telling that the ACC's commercial was a bunch of bobbleheads having an imaginary conversation, more of a powerhouse, tracks, right? Where it's all in everyone's imagination. Yes, Brownie, the ACC is buns. But hey, listen, all of the good things in the world of Clemson. I will tell you this: after TCU's 2009 game in Clemson, I was like, you know what? I like the Tigers. I have had a soft spot in my heart for Clemson ever since that 2009 game because everyone I interacted with was so very nice, so very cool. It's a beautiful area down there. And at the time, Clemson wasn't, obnoxiously constantly in the national championship game. So, but anyway, best of luck to Clemson, who I have no doubt, I have zero doubt that Clemson will run roughshod over the rest of the ACC. Maybe Miami's better this year. Miami's pretty good, right? And SMU will be good. I'm not saying SMU's going to be bad, right? I mean, they destroyed us last year because we were terrible last year. But this isn't an ACC show. This is a TCU post-game live show, okay? All right. Last thing that I need to absolutely talk about with y'all, all right? Oh, okay, first of all, I'm running too fast through this thing. I'm too excited. Okay. I got too much to get off my chest. I'm totally forgetting about the ads that I need to work in here. So, so actually, let me get you a message from. Why isn't this working? Holy moly! Technical issues. I need to get you a message from Mark if it'll let me, but it's not letting me. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, I'm excited about also the defense. We'll see if it'll let me show these ads later. The defense, Andy Avalos' defense. My goodness. This is, again, a situation where that first drive happened, and I was like, oh my God, I hate the 3-3-5. I hate everything it stands for. Of course, they're running the ball against us. We have 3 down linemen. This is a terrible scheme. What, you know, I'm doing all the things, right? I'm doing the most there in my airplane seat, just like, freaking going through it, right? And they tightened up after Megan Trainor came out there. They tightened up, right? And just, oh my gosh, that defense is everything that you hoped Andy Avalos' defense would be. Physical, flying to the football, getting pressure on the quarterback consistently, stopping the run with those linebackers filling gaps. And you got Bud Clark right off the bat with that pick six. Oh, beautiful. Pick six and a scoop and score. We heard in the offseason that this was going to be a point of emphasis, getting takeaways, particularly in the secondary, and immediately you see it paying dividends with the man that I will remind you, Dave Campbell's Texas football wanted to pretend like Bud Clark didn't exist, like Bud Clark wasn't one of the best safeties in Texas. Well, I hope you believe now. I hope you understand now because he's here. All right. Thank you, LA Horn Frog, for the super chat. Love the show. Go Frogs. Indeed. Go Frogs all the way. All the way. All right. Listen, you know how easy it is to get excited after a 1-0 start, right? Yeah, everybody's undefeated in August. This is when we're flying high, okay? And I'm sitting here at 11:47 p.m. in Fort Worth, Texas, on my couch, being like, I don't see how we can lose any of these games on the schedule. I mean, you know, that's not how it works, obviously, right? You know, TCU's gone undefeated twice in its entire history. I was there for one of them, you know. But this is a good-looking team. This is a really good-looking team. And, you know, I'm still terrified of that game at West Virginia. I'm still terrified of that Arizona State game. You know, there's tough games all up and down the schedule. I'm starting to get worried about that BYU game again after their centaur of a quarterback, you know, put on a show against Portland State. But man, it is. Let's hold on to this feeling, Frog fans, because it feels really sticking good right now to just make a statement like this when everybody's eyeballs are on us. Oh, this is going to be a good team. It's going to be a fun team to watch. Kavorian Barnes down there. Imagine being, yeah, Brownie. Yes. Imagine almost losing to North Dakota. Couldn't be me, right? That's something that I certainly could never even begin to imagine. And yes, we are going to be tune in tomorrow to the Biggest 12. We will definitely be talking about El Assico as well as the border war. A lot of exciting Big 8 flavor, okay, going into this next week of college football. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, we needed. Let's see if the ads are going to work now. I don't think they're going to work. Sorry, voice college football. I got to play the ads. Okay, here we maybe it's not scrolling. I don't know why this is happening to me. Well, I will tell you what Mark is going to want you to know. First of all, there's an Amazon link in the description. I'm gonna do a version of these ad reads myself. There's an Amazon link in the description that if you click on that link and you just shop for whatever it is your heart desires, anything you'd normally get on Amazon, right? I mean, you can get anything there, right? Bottle of water, all right, on Amazon. If you go through that link, then a percentage, a cut of that sale is going to come back to us at the Voice of College Football because we sent you there. You know, this is how marketing works. All right. So use the link in the description to shop on Amazon. Beautiful thing. And also Voice of College Football bets. Listen, the season's here. Okay. I know a lot of y'all are degenerates out there. I ain't judging. Okay. If I had more liquidity, I would probably be doing the same, trying to, make some sound investments betting wise. Okay. But we've got an insane channel with crazy knowledgeable experts to advise you in your betting ventures. So check out Voice of College Football Bets, VOCFB Bets. That's another place that you need to be spending your time. Nobody's going to call in tonight? Everybody's that sleepy? Come on, baby. Frogs just won a ball game. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that is the long and short of everything that I saw and understood. So, to recap, Josh Hoover for Heisman. I wish I could show like highlights on this without feeling like I was going to get copyright claimed and the video was going to get taken down. But that first touchdown pass to Jordan Dwyer, my goodness. And then shortly thereafter, when Jordan Dwyer is hand fighting with the guy on the sidelines and Hoover threads it between two guys right there, right in the breadbasket. I mean, just this kid was slinging it all over the field. Everything you want out of a junior season, Josh Hoover. Beautiful. The running game is back. That's number 2. Okay, Kavorian Barnes, certified beast. We love to see it. You know, everybody deserves to have a 230-pound running back in their life, all right? It's been a long time since the Frogs have had one. I'm very excited to have one back, running behind a beastly offensive line that has put in the hours, put in the games, put in the losses to get to where they are right now. You've also got the Payne train. You've got Trent Battle. You've got Nate Palmer. All of these skilled running backs running behind that behemoth of an offensive line. Cam Cook could never. Hey, no, all love to Cam Cook. And the defense. The defense is back, playing at a high level, flying to the ball. The blitzes, the pressure on the quarterback, the opportunistic takeaways in the secondary. It's all a beautiful thing. And who do we have to thank? Megan Trainor. That's right. It's all thanks to Megan Trainor. And I'm so excited that we're going to have a lot more Frog wins to talk about this season. So I keep going to Michigan here because I'm trying to get my outro music. It's not going to work for me, okay? So we're not going to feed the ducks tonight, I guess. We got a whole problem. And nobody's calling in, so I'm going to go ahead and close this sucker down because I got to do some laundry. But thank you so much for tuning in. We will have another post-game live every single week after the game, okay? So look out for one after Abilene Christian. We'll have almost certainly another victory to celebrate there on September 13th, and hopefully many more victories this season. Be sure to tune into the Biggest 12 Live every Tuesday night at Big 12 VOCFB. There it is running across the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to that channel. Subscribe to this channel, okay? And ring the bells so you never miss a show. Sometimes with these post-game shows, I got to do them crazy late because life happens, right? So you want to ring the bells to make sure you know when to tune in. So you won't miss me shouting into the void about the Frogs or the Big 12 or whatever it is, right? And yes, I do agree with you, Morgan, that Michigan will lose on Saturday night. But game day should be in Columbia, first of all. It's atrocious that they're – who gives a crap about Oklahoma, Michigan? They're brands. Who cares? They both won 6 games last year. I'm not even going to watch that game. I'm watching the Border War. You should watch the Border War too. But anyway, Oklahoma's going to win that game, yes. Subscribe, like, at Clint_Foster55 on Twitter, at Clint Foster Creations here on YouTube, where eventually this week I'll put out a sketch for you. Thursday, hopefully. Thursday. We'll call it Thursday. And follow the Voice of College Football on social media. So I'll see y'all all tomorrow night. Until then, I love you. Go Frogs. I hope your team wins. And go Big 12 as well. But mostly go Frogs. This is the post-game show. So go Frogs. See you next time. No, we're not going to play an outro about West Virginia's flag. Get out of here. Go Frogs, y'all.